Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about why I reserved the F-150 Lightning EV. Let's start with the engine or the lack thereof. Guys, I've owned plenty of ICE vehicles in the past, particularly V8s. I've had Ford 5.0s and 4.6s. I've had a Ram 4.7. I've had a Chevy 305, 351, and a GMC 4.8 V8. Guys, I love a good sounding V8. Always will. But I'm to the point now where I would rather not hear an engine than hear one, if I'm going to be honest. So, not having exhaust, V8 exhaust anyway, does not bother me. So, I feel like I'm ready for an EV. As far as that goes, I believe I'm ready for one. Now, you know, outside of that, I've owned an EcoBoost 3.5, and it's nice, very torquey, but I'd probably at this point I'd rather have an electric vehicle, even over a 3.5 EcoBoost or a 2.7. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, especially the 2.7. I haven't owned one, but I had a chance to test drive one. Very smooth, quiet engine. Uh, GM now has a 2.7 that they put in the Silverado and Sierra, and it's the same thing. I haven't owned it, but I read comments all the time from 2.7 GMC and Chevy owners that say, hey, they swore they wanted a V8 at first, the 5.3 to be more specific, and they end up loving that 2.7 that GM now builds. Now, like I said, I've enjoyed a V8 for years. Uh, Very fun. The torque, the sound, the acceleration. It's been fun, guys. But yeah, I guess I've had it for so long to the point it's nothing I have to have anymore. So I'm ready to move on to something different. Now, next thing would be price. So specifically to do with the Lightning, why I put in a reservation for the Lightning and I didn't for other vehicles. Well, with the Rivian and Hummer, it's simple. They're just too expensive. All right, that costs too much. So that eliminates the Rivian and the Hummer. So that leaves us basically with the Tesla truck and the Ford truck. Now, the Tesla truck, in my opinion, the looks are just too over the top. You know, I'm a low key person. I don't want something that attracts a lot of attention. Okay, I want something that blends in with everyone else on the road and it does not stick out. And the F-150 Lightning, so far from what I see, it does that. I mean, you'll be able to go through a McDonald's drive-through in a Lightning, and people would barely notice you. But I mean, come on, you take the Tesla truck through a McDonald's drive-through, you're gonna stick out. You grocery store parking lot, wherever you're gonna go, that thing's gonna get a lot of attention. So if you're that type of person, then hey, go for it. Go get the Tesla truck. I mean, that's you. There's nothing wrong with it. Me, I'm a low key person. I don't like a lot of attention. So the F-150 Lightning would be more fitting for a person like me. I even love the fact that the top trim Platinum Lightning doesn't have the applique across the back that the regular ICE internal combustion engine Platinum does, or the King Ranch, or the Limited for that matter, or even the Raptor has an applique on the back. I don't want a lot of attention. I want the truck to, when people see it, to just look at it and hey, almost think it's just another F-150, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Next would be the luxurious, smooth ride that a EV gives you. No engine vibrations are coming into the cabin. There are no shifts to be felt because no transmission is there. So, even if you're talking about the bass F-150 Lightning, it's going to have a very luxurious feel to it, just for that specific reason that you're not feeling any shifts or vibrations coming into the cabin. Now, I haven't, of course, I have not been able to test drive the vehicle, but early reports are that it's like driving a car. It's not nearly as much body roll as the traditional pickup truck. It 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 feels more sports car like than it does truck like while you're driving it. So that's another good thing. Now, another thing that with this truck would be the technology. Okay, one of the main reasons why in 2016 I switched over to Ford was the technology. Late 2015 when I went to the dealerships to shop vehicles, at that particular time, if you wanted LED lights, if you wanted adaptive cruise control, if you wanted lane keeping assist, things of that nature, I can't name it all, but the Ford trucks were the only ones offering that. You know, Technology wise, people buy trucks for different reasons, and that's fine. I'm glad every truck on the road is not the same. That there's competition out there, and there are guys that prefer Chevy, GMC, Toyota Tundra, Titan, Ram, whatever it may be. Now, for me, in my younger days, I was more so into what's under the hood, but nowadays I prefer technology, and Ford really has led the charge on that. And like I said, the technology just been offered with the Ford trucks. I mean, they've just led this segment, and that's what brought me over here. And that's one of the main reasons I am excited about this Lightning is the technology, the being able to charge your home, the large touchscreen, the electric motors, just everything. I love technology. I just love it. So that's another reason why I am so interested in owning an F-150 Lightning. Now, understand, I still have questions. Okay, things like the charging, the downtime. Spending time with the vehicle down so it can charge, how that would look. I've never owned a electric vehicle, so that would be new to me. Charging stations, I believe I'm going to be fine on that. Of course, we know we can charge from home, but at the same time, there is a charging station walking distance of me. I could literally walk there, and I believe at that particular spot there's like 8, maybe 10 stations there, maybe even a dozen. Let's just say 8 to 12 chargers that are there, and also my particular dealership where I bought the current F-150 that I own now. It already has a charging station. I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2, but they have a couple on the lot, the dealership lot already, so that's a good thing. Now, a couple other things, we do not know the full pricing quite yet on this truck. When I option an XLT or a Lariat the way I want it, possibly a Platinum, which I doubt. I think the Platinum would be a little too expensive. I think I'm going to shop the XLT and Lariat. What will the price look like? So when I put the options and features and the packages that I want on the truck, that's still something that's yet to be seen. Also, if you're familiar with Ford plan pricing, ACD, X plan, so I'm a shareholder, so I'm eligible for X plan pricing. What will the X plan pricing look like on this truck if it's offered? Another thing would be the leasing. Will Ford allow you to lease this truck? I'm thinking they will. I'm thinking that X plan pricing will be offered. You will be able to lease this. With this being the first run and my first time owning an electric vehicle, I'd rather lease than buy, honestly. and everything lines up fine for me. I don't put that many miles on my vehicles every year. Also, I do have the option of a company vehicle, so that helps a lot also. So, like I said, I still have some questions about this. Now, to my understanding, later on in the fall, Ford will release full details about this. We'll be able to know the more detailed pricing of the options and packages, and that's going to help a lot with my final decision. I mean, hey, Ford's been on a roll with this F Series here lately. I mean, Raptor R, uh, Trimmer, uh, Lightning. I mean, they keep pumping it out. So there's a lot to be excited right now. And like I keep saying, the technology is just second to none in this segment, guys. I mean, just everything from the use of aluminum to the engine options to the onboard generators to now the EV, the hybrid. I mean, just everything. I mean, it's just so much to choose from right now that I'm excited. But I must admit, I'm more excited about this EV than any of the other available trims or options for the F-150. So, guys, that's it in a nutshell. If I get any more information on this, I'll be sure to do videos. If I get any, Ford sends me any information on a vehicle that's not already been put out there, I'll be sure to let you know. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, guys. Have a nice day. Talk to you soon. Bye.